Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is Wednesday, April 29th, 2020. This is a general love reading for the sign of Scorpio for this upcoming week, which includes just the last couple of days of April and into May. So here we are, almost 5 months now into 2020. Unbelievable, time flies when you're having fun, right? I hope you're all staying sane, keeping busy. If you're an essential worker, thank you so much for continuing to go to work every day and keeping everything up and running. If you're at home, out of work, laid off, retired like I am, trying to stay busy, be productive, stay sane more than anything else. I hope you're doing well with that. I'm trying, but I tell you what, it's not easy. I mean, I love being at home. I'm a homebody. I like being by myself, but even I'm going batshit crazy in this day and age. So anyways, Scorpio, we're going to get started here after just a couple of reminders. Just remember, this can pertain to anything, relationships and or otherwise. Be flexible with the energy. You can mix and match the roles within the reading. You might feel like I'm reading with you. You might feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. My intention is to reach those that need the message and will benefit in some way, shape, or form. So parts of the reading may resonate for you, parts may not. Take what does, leave what doesn't. Hopefully by the end, you will have A, enjoyed the reading, and B, maybe you got something out of it. Okay, so that's my intention. Let's get started. Scorpio, I want to give this deck one more shuffle. The cat's over there meowing, just in case you hear that. He hasn't been feeling too well lately. He's been a little snuffly, congested, and then he had a sick stomach just a little while ago, so kind of keeping my eye on him, but I think he's okay. He has a weak stomach anyway, so it's not unusual, and he's a chronic snuffler. You can hear him sneezing over there. He's just one of those animals. He's like, you know, he's like your old uncle that comes to visit, and he's always complaining about his ailments. That's what the cat is. He's like, you know, the flowers are blooming, so I've got the sniffles, and my back hurts all the time. No, I can't eat that. It gives me gas. You know, he's that kind of cat. All right, Scorpio, enough chit chat. Let's get going and see what's going on with you guys today. We're going to start off with the Seven of Pentacles paired with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Ace of Swords, Judgment, Seven of Wands in reverse, Temperance, Nine of Pentacles, and then the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like there might be some disappointment with regard to a relationship or connection, or maybe that you might feel, Scorpio, that you're kind of lacking in that area right now, area of possibly romance, intimacy, connections. Been getting a lot of these readings lately. It seems to be going around this kind of feeling of isolation, feeling like, you know what, it is what it is, it's the way it is. There is a sense in the cards, Seven of Wands in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, that maybe you're just kind of have a not willingness to put much energy forward or wanting to give up. That, again, it's just the way things are right now. You might be hanging on to your own sense of security, trying to make sure that you're making ends meet, taking care of yourself, trying to hang on to the resources that you have, the level of independence that you have. Maybe you're not necessarily, with the Nine of Pentacles out here, you could be feeling pretty independent, not having to rely on others. I know a lot of people, you know, families are coming back together, college kids, for example, coming back home. maybe you haven't had the desire or the need to reconnect. You're kind of doing okay on your own, despite circumstances, for example. Let's get some more cards out here, Scorpio. Magician. Seven of Wands, this time in the upright position. King of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The Moon in reverse. Justice. And we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Cat's over there scratching on the scratching post if you're wondering what that noise is. So from this next set of cards, I'm kind of getting more of the same thing, that you're a little bit on the defensive right now, maybe feeling a little bit defensive towards other people or towards certain connections, that you maybe are doing quite nicely on your own, making ends meet, getting along okay, taking care of yourself, that, you know, in the area of an emotional connection or something of that sort, I feel like that's what's lacking right now, but that maybe you're okay with that at this period of time. It's kind of a level of acceptance, or like, okay, you know, it is what it is right now. At least I have, and there's Sylvester making his grand appearance. Just the sense that you've worked hard for what you have at this point in time, so you're feeling confident, comfortable with where you're at, but maybe feeling a lack of connection, a lack of emotional intimacy, for example. I do feel like the King of Pentacles may be your energy, Scorpio. This is somebody who is very grounded, hardworking, has his head screwed on straight. He knows what's up. He's got things under control. This can be a provider and a protector, for example, a father figure. If you're a female, you can embody this energy, certainly. I do feel like this person is standing in his truth, feeling confident about where he's at, feeling comfortable about how he's feeling, about where things are headed. Okay, Sylvester, I can't have you in my lap right now. There is a level of acceptance regarding possibly some missed opportunities, maybe in the area of work or finances, but that's okay. It feels like things are okay in your mind's eye, Scorpio, that you are still feeling balanced and okay and healthy and comfortable about things, even in the face of some disappointments or some things that maybe have gotten away from you, given the circumstances of the world today, you know, the situation we're in, and everybody's dealing with it. So I feel this lack of, again, maybe a connection, emotional intimacy, but at the same time, you're feeling very comfortable with where you're at. Feeling good about yourself and your level of independence. You might even be kind of laughing in the face of people, naysayers, who are saying, you better watch out, you know, things are going to catch up to you, and you better hang on to what you have. I mean, there's a lot of people who are kind of the doom and gloom. The end of the world has come. Everything's falling apart. Sure, there's a lot of, you know, negativity in the world. Our economy is collapsing and this and that, and people are out of work. Yeah, I get it. It's tough. Believe me. At the same time, you know, it's not something that the human race has not dealt with in the past. and we pull through it. Why do we pull through it? Because that's what we're here to do. You know, we're in this 3D existence to grow spiritually, to learn some life lessons, to overcome hardship, to face challenges, to make ourselves better people, even in the face of, even facing things like what we're facing right now, this time where there is lacking. There is this Five of Pentacles mentality. We don't have enough. Things are falling apart. Things are slipping out of our hands. On the other hand, we're doing okay. At least that's what Scorpio is thinking. Scorpio, you're grounded, you're feeling confident, you're feeling good about where you are, where you've been, where you're headed. So, let's get this next set out and see what else we can come up with for you, Scorpio. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. Sylvester's back, back again. 10 of Swords in reverse. 7 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles again. No. 6 of Pentacles. No. Come on. The Empress. The Magician. This time in reverse. And then the 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay, I feel like this Queen of Swords is an external energy to you. It does not feel like your energy, Scorpio. And I get the feeling that I think someone wants you back in their life. I think that they see how well you're doing, Scorpio. And they might be trying to convince you that this isn't going to last forever, that you're going to need to come back to them. I feel like you might be fighting against this too. The Queen of Swords is somebody who can be negative in their way of communicating, for example. That's what I'm picking up in this reading. There's lots of meanings to the Queen of Swords. But right now what I'm getting is that this is a negative thinker. This is a negative Nancy. And for those of you named Nancy, I'm not throwing shade your way. I'm just using the term. Negative Nancy, who's kind of like, you know, you can't expect this to continue to stay positive for you in the area. I mean, we have the 9 of Pentacles out here a couple of times, and I just get the feeling like you're feeling very confident, Scorpio, about where you are and how things are moving along. But you've got some people kind of sitting on the sidelines waiting for things to fall apart so that you'll come back to them. That's what I'm getting from this sense of this sense of negativity kind of slipping into your positive energy, saying, you know what, eventually you're gonna lose what you've been hanging on to, and you're gonna need to come back. And it's possible this energy wants you to come back because that's kind of where they're at. Things aren't running as smoothly as they are for Scorpio, and so they might want you back in their life because they're seeing that you're doing quite well, very stable, very grounded, working hard, maintaining your level of sanity, financial security, that kind of thing. And they may want you back in their lives, so they're kind of inserting that negative perspective so that maybe they can try to convince you to come back. But the 7 of Swords came out, clarifying this Ace of Swords. I feel like they're trying to cloud your judgment, trying to trick you into believing that things aren't as secure as you feel that they are, at least for yourself. I mean, Scorpio, it feels like you've set yourself up you've worked hard to get yourself into a position where, you know, in times like these where there's a lot of unrest and uncertainty, that you've manifested yourself into a comfortable spot. Right now you're doing okay, is what I'm getting. For the Scorpios that I'm reading right now, the Scorpios that I'm reading for right now are doing okay. You're feeling good about where you are. And maybe even defending yourself against this negative mentality that that you have to adopt this negative perspective, that it's not going to always be comfortable. It's not always going to feel secure. It's not always going to feel good. You got to come back to me, Scorpio, because I know where it's at, and you know, I'm going to tell you like it is, tell it like it is. This person, this Queen of Swords, just feels like she wants you back, because you could very well be what keeps the lives of others in balance. And I'm feeling that this Empress energy could indicate your energy as well. So here's what I'm talking about when I say don't mind the gender of the cards in readings, because the King of Pentacles, Empress, I feel is the same energy. This is somebody who's very nurturing, experienced, wise, has it all together, is very balanced. That kind of energy that people want in their lives, because you hold a sense of security and hope despite what could be going on around you. So I just get the sense that Queen of Wands or Queen of Swords is kind of negative in her thinking, but I think she's also at the same time trying to convince Scorpio back into the mix so that she can feel a level of comfort that you're feeling. So we have the Ace of Cups. There's the Seven of Swords again, clarifying the Seven of Wands. 10 of Wands in reverse. 5 of Swords. King of Pentacles this time in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. Chariot. And then this Queen of Swords is clarified by the Two of Swords in reverse. So yeah, this Queen of Swords has a one-track mind. This individual is going to steer you in the same direction despite what's going on around her. This is a negative Nancy. This is someone who looks at things from a negative perspective. And I'm going to go out there on a limb and say most of the time that this person kind of has this outlook on life, like doom and gloom. This is the way it is. This is the way it's always going to be. And I feel like you're defending yourself against this. I feel like you're defending yourself against adopting the same kind of attitude that this individual has. This person is probably relatively significant in your life. Scorpio, this could be a family member, for example. Could be an ex. Could be a friend. But I feel like to a certain extent, maybe you're even relishing this time of isolation, quarantine, so you can get away or step away from some of these people maybe who have attempted to hold you back, trying to keep you from feeling like you can move forward, take a hold of opportunities when they present themselves, that you don't have what it takes. I feel like you're defending yourself against these kind of people or this type of person who tries to insert themselves into your life and make you feel like, you know, just down and out. Like you have to fight against this sense, this lacking mentality. That there's always lacking. That if you're not lacking in the area of finances, you're lacking in the area of love. If you're not lacking in the area of love, maybe you're lacking in the area of creature comforts or, you know, adventure, or you're acting, you know, maybe your job's unsatisfactory. There's just a sense that you're trying to make sure you kind of stay away from that type of individual, or not, at the very least, not allow them to influence you. Let's get this last round out. So we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. 3 of Cups in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. 7 of Wands again in reverse. There's the 5 of Pentacles again in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. 6 of Cups. And then the Queen of Cups in reverse is clarifying this Queen of Swords. So this is a very interesting energy. And this Queen of Cups in reverse clarifying her energy confirms what I've been thinking. This is somebody who's all about doom and gloom. They only see things one way, and they see things as, you know what, hang on to what you got because you never know when you're going to lose it. And right now I feel like this person is trying to hang on to you, trying to get you to return or come back to them. This is, again, I do feel like this is a significant relationship to you, and at least for now you've kind of broken away from this energy because of the circumstances that you might be dealing with, whether this has to do with quarantine, coronavirus stuff or not. It could be something totally different. But I feel like you are doing well for yourself and staying away from this energy that would manipulate you to think otherwise. The Six of Cups is somebody who is soulmate material, somebody who's significant in your life. This could be a relationship of longevity, someone possibly who's coming back into your life, but this could be somebody you have a soul contract with. So in other words, you're meant to spend some time with this individual, go through some life lessons, learn some things, grow spiritually through your interactions, your connection with this individual. So I do feel like they are significant to you, this Queen of Swords. But she, you know, this energy is definitely negative, at least in her thinking and communication, and kind of feels like has a victim mentality with this Queen of Cups in reverse. I was just talking about this in another reading. The Queen of Cups in reverse is not always a victim. This is not someone who I automatically see as a victim. It depends on the cards and the reading itself, but the Queen of Cups can have that victim mentality, kind of like a martyr, like, oh, you know, woe is me, the world is against me. It's interesting because this is the third reading I've done today, and they all kind of have a similar theme. And I did a reading for Libra just before Scorpio, and there is kind of that energy going around, like we're up against a lot of crap right now, and you have to, you can make a choice. You can adopt the attitude that woe is me, the world is against me, everything's going to crap, I have to hang on to what I have because I don't know when I'm going to lose it, that kind of mentality. Or you can adopt the mentality of the King of Pentacles, Empress energy, and say, look, you know what? Yeah, there's crap going on around me, but I'm the King of Pentacles, Empress. I know how to handle this shit. I've been doing this my whole life. We're going to get through this and thrive nonetheless. And then, you know what? We'll probably have to deal with it again in some way, shape, or form, because that's what life is all about. It's about trials and tribulations. If you don't believe me, just watch the soap operas. You will never meet, unless they're, you know, a 5-year-old or something, like children, right? That's why we all envy children, because they have this innocent life that they're just starting out and everything looks great, and it's all about, you know, whatever, the next great TV show that's in the snack that's sitting in front of me, or my friend that's knocking on my door to play. Kids have this innocent outlook on life because they haven't faced the trials and tribulations that adults have. So the challenge is to maintain your level of optimism, your positive perspective in the face of negativity on a pretty constant basis, right? Well, this Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups hasn't been able to do that. And she's looking at you thinking, you know, how is Scorpio managing to maintain this level of positivity in the face of what seems like the end, you know? How does Scorpio do that? Well, this person wants to know your secret, but they also want to hang on to you, Scorpio. So, but the problem with them hanging on to you and maintaining this connection with you is that you could be influenced by them as well as they influenced by you. So on the one hand, they might, you know, feel like they've got some healing energy coming from Scorpio because of your perspective, because of your outlook, because of your way that you adopt your way of thinking, your way of moving through life, right? That can be very healing for somebody like this, for somebody who only can see the negative. And they almost thrive in this sense of hopelessness because that's how they operate. That's how they look at life. So on the one hand, you know, they might want you back into their life because you're healing for them. On the other hand, their energy is not very healing for you. And so you might be trying to, you know, defend yourself from this. Keep yourself away from adopting or reacquiring this lacking energy, this lacking attitude. So, and I already said this, I know, but the Libra and the Leo reading, similar themes. And again, I am a believer that we are all working through similar energy, so it's not a big surprise to me that the readings are similar. But if this is resonating for you, you might want to take a peek at the Leo readings because they were similar. And maybe you're dealing with somebody who's a Libra, but there might be something there for you, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's get a Dreams of Gaia tarot card for Scorpio. Is this the one? This is the one. And interesting, King of Earth came out, the King of Pentacles. I love that. Queen of Earth came out in the last reading, in the Libra reading I was just telling you about. There you are. Now these are very similar meanings to the traditional Rider-Waite, the Dreams of Gaia tarot, although there's many cards that have significantly different meanings, and they even have some extra cards that are not in the traditional Rider-Waite. But the King of Pentacles came out twice already, once in the upright and once in reverse, and I did feel like this was your energy, Scorpio. So even though it has a similar meaning, I will read it from the book, and hopefully you'll get something out of it. Came out in the upright position. And it's a very positive card. And I do feel like it's the energy you're embodying. So anyway, it's about a page or so long. So here we go, Scorpio. The King of Earth is a very satisfied man, and he has every reason to be. Everything he touches turns to gold. His kingdom is secure and wealthy, and his people are happy and prosperous. While some may consider that his circumstances are born of luck, he is a natural leader, and his success is born of hard work and dedication. He is proud of his accomplishments and is not afraid to acknowledge them, and more importantly, to enjoy them. However, despite any appearance of excess, he is very grounded and realistic and enjoys abundance because he is wise and careful. The King of Earth is not afraid to be open or candid because he has no insecurities or emotional baggage to feel doubts and fears. He is only too willing to share his success and gives advice and guidance without hesitation when asked. He does not fear that doing so will give rise to a competitor or rival. He believes that everyone is entitled to the same opportunities. He is clear-minded and reliable, someone you can trust and depend on. He is also wise and intelligent, and these factors keep him at the forefront of all that he does. On a business level, some may see him as boring and pedantic, but his methods are sound. He has found a process that works for him and one that pays dividends. Why change what yields results? If his methods fail, then he is willing to change. But if the methods work, then change is not required and is an unnecessary waste of time and energy. He is not one to try and fix that which is not broken. The King of Earth may appear in your reading to tell you that it is okay to rejoice in your successes. All too often, we are made to feel that taking pride in our success equates to being boastful. This can lead to feelings of guilt and a decision to stay silent. While you can choose your moments and be respectful of others' feelings, the King of Earth suggests that you have every right to celebrate your achievements and take pride in your accomplishments. If you have the resources and means to enjoy yourself, then do so. There is no need to ask for anyone's permission or blessing. This is, after all, why you have worked so hard. The King of Earth may also symbolize a need to take a methodical approach that you know will work for you. At this time, do not deviate or take a chance on trying something new. Do not allow the opinions of others to sway you either. Instead, trust in your usual process, especially if it has always worked for you in the past. I love that last couple of sentences. Do not allow the opinions of others to sway you. Because you're doing what you need to do, Scorpio. I mean, that card said it all for me. Definitely resonated for this reading with regard to the energy you're embodying, at least for the Scorpios that I'm reading for. So congratulations on this, because this can be challenging, especially in times like these, when a lot of people are feeling like this, feeling desperate, hanging on to what they have for dear life. Because, I mean, look at the look on this guy's face. He's like, if I move from my little mound of gold it's going to be gone. But how does he protect something with the stance that he's in right now? I mean, a squirrel could crawl under his arms and legs and take what he's got. He's living in this state of fear. And that's what this person is doing. So be careful about letting these kinds of energies into your life because they can influence you. And you've got something pretty strong going for yourself, Scorpio. So I commend you. Keep up the good work. You are going to have people knocking on your door because they can feel your energy and they know that you're doing well and they want a part of that. They want you to be in their life because your energy will rub off on them. And who doesn't want this in their life? Right, Scorpio? So again, and I was getting a sense that you're really fighting against, this is in your underlying energy, fighting against keeping some of this energy at bay because it can affect you in a negative way. So just be careful about that. Okay, Scorpio? Anyway, I hope you got something out of that reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If it did resonate, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, leave your story if you'd like. I love those. I do try to respond to all, if not most of those. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you again soon. Take care, Scorpio. Bye.